Welcome back, everyone. Quick updates before I get started in today's video. I'm changing my uploading schedule. I'll be now uploading every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The only day that changed is Monday. Working a full-time job, it's easier for me to edit videos and stuff over the weekend and get them out to you guys throughout the week. But with that being said, if you guys do like my content, please hit the like button. If you do want to, see more of my videos, and feel free to subscribe. Everyone counts. As well as if you want to be updated on when my content does come out, on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, hit that bell icon below. It doesn't bite. Anyways, guys, let's get on into the video. So the lore today, I want to talk about a lesser known character within the lore. Someone who we haven't seen much of this particular character, this particular person. And that's going to be Audric. So Audric, we originally saw him back in Core Set 13 as Audric Master Tactitian. And then we got another printing of him back in Shadows of Innistrad as Audric Lunarch Marshal, or Lunarch Audric. I don't remember. I didn't know it has Lunarch in the name. Now, Audric's got a very interesting story and a very interesting past. So, to start off, he's a devoted man to the church, and he's an extremely smart tactician. He is one of the best when it comes to being in battle. He led what was known as the Gavany Raiders, which was a group of riders that come from the Gavany Township in Innistrad. And he was their captain. He was their leader. And he even participated in the battle of the siege of Therbane. Now, Audric's backstory going into a little bit, there's not much told about his life before we start seeing him in the cards. The only thing we do know about him is that he really hates, monsters and werewolves. Mostly werewolves because his own son was killed by a werewolf. Just sad, but it's Innistrad. A lot of people died by werewolf attack. So, we do know that he's a very zealous, strong-headed, straightforward man. Now, when we do see him a little bit in the story, he's tasked by the Church of Avacyn to go after what's called Ludovic's Abomination, which I'll be posting the card. Originally, it was Ludovic's test subject back in original Innistrad. Flips over into Ludovic's Abomination. I believe it's like a 13/13 or something really massive. But it's still a pretty cool card. But Audric was the one that was tasked to go destroy this thing. And he does. So he goes, he kills this monster. So there's one notch under his belt, right? And then on top of that, he's also the one to thank for the siege of Therbane being broken. It's because of his smarts, his tactics, his ideas that really pushed back the horde of zombies. He even led a group of his men into capturing Gisa, which I didn't mention at the end of that video because I forgot about it when I was writing the script. But Gisa actually gets caught by Audric and imprisoned by them. So that's another thing, that's a really big part of, he's always looking for justice. So going into after Avacyn is, restored and everything, he's just kind of living his life as a soldier. He's leading his men. And then when you start getting into, Avacyn kind of going, mad, that's when things start getting a little weird, different for Audric. By different, I mean, so after the death of Micaius, the Lunarch, and then his predecessor being killed as well, the church decides not to, bring up any more Lunarchs. So they create this Lunarch Council. And the council is basically a collection of priests as well as Cathars, which Cathars were like the warriors, like paladins in a way, of the church. So Audric was one of the first people kind of appointed to the council without a vote. Everyone else had to be voted in. Audric was just, because he's so good at what he does, he was, you know, put into this council during this time of turmoil where Avacyn and her angels are turning on the people, and they need that beacon of hope. So they wanted, you know, this man Audric to be that hope for these people. And as he's in the church, something's going on. So yes, you have, you know, the madness that is Emrakul creeping into the plane of Innistrad, corrupting everything that we know and love about Innistrad. Avacyn, her angels, you know, some of the vampires, the people, the creatures, you know, are being corrupted by this madness. But there's another thing going on. So in the church itself at this time, the council is actually made up of a bunch of what they're called Skurgrags? I can't pronounce words. You guys know this. Anyways, they're basically, it's a demon worshipping cult that infiltrates the Church of Avacyn after she starts going mad, and the council is basically mostly these cultists in disguise. And Audric finds out about this, and this crushes this man's soul. So Audric and his right-hand man, I believe his name is Gret, Grete, Gret, I believe I'm pronouncing that one correctly, leave the Church of Avacyn, and they actually end up joining up with Thalia and the rest of the her order of Saint Draft. So he joins them, but he doesn't actually join in the final battle, because at this point, this man is broken. He's lost his faith in his church. He has, you know, lost his child. He feels everything that he's ever tried to accomplish was for naught. Now, I'm looking forward to going into these next two Innistrad sets, because I want to see more of what happened to Audric. You know, I want there to be more about what's going on with him, because I think out of all the characters, I think he took a lot of what happened within the set, and took a lot of what was going on in that world, really took it to heart. I mean, this man put his life and his faith into this church, and it was completely corrupted at the end, and he lost all hope. So let's see if maybe he gets some of that back. Anyways, guys, enough of the lore and my crazy theories. As always, guys, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Like the video if you did like it. And always, play more games!